Today I am taking a look at Exogate Initiative. I've had my eyes on this for a little while because I like the old Stargate TV series. At least I did when I saw it. I was much smaller at the time. But let's jump into a new game. Balanced. Give you time and space to build your base. That sounds reasonable. So I like the premise. There's a lot of focus on research, and I used to do research myself. So yeah, it sounds like my kind of game. So, Rudy Cobb, welcome to your first day as executive officer. Dedicated my fortune to research and development of Exogate technology. Today we take our first tentative steps. Stay focused and we'll succeed. Okay. So, we have our objectives here. The thing that bugs me about this game at present is it doesn't really tell you how to do anything. It just says build a barracks, minimum 20 blocks. This is the building menu. So I will, because everything is so unclear, I will go through what I'm doing as I do it, I guess. So the build menu, it automatically brings up the pickaxe so you can tunnel things out. Let's open all this up. The other thing I liked about this game is it looks very Dungeon Keeper-y. Dungeon Keeper was among my favourite games as a kid. So, build menu. It wants us to build a barracks. We may as well build a barracks. It wants it to be minimum 20. Do have to wait for them to do their thing. Although having said that I'm inclined to talk things through, it's kind of the blind leading the blind, to be honest, because I have only done this just a couple of hours maybe. So it's much of a learning experience for me as for anyone else, I guess. That said, I mean, at least so I've worked out some simple things, at least, such as what to build and where. I say that having put this bed in a stupid place. Right, so we're going to want at least 3 of these things. Let's arrange them in such a way that they kind of partition the area a little bit. Okay, so we are getting there. Let's do it the antisocial way and just have everyone facing the wall. At work we have the tables set up in the middle as well, but invariably people go towards the outsides, preferentially, because nobody wants to just sit face to face with some random person from another department. We're all very sociable at my workplace like that. Now all that warm welcome guff is out of the way, let's get down to business. So this is the committee. Mr. Cobb's purse strings are notoriously loose. We at the committee make sure space exploration remains profitable. Was that the point in space exploration? We will release funds when you achieve your goals, and hopefully you'll become self-sufficient. Blah, 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 blah. Right, I need to hire 3 scientists. Recruitment campaign. So yeah, this is another thing, it doesn't tell you how to do it. But you go onto the recruitment screen, it's not a recruitment screen, you go onto the Gators screen, which basically is your staff, and each time you have to start a new recruitment campaign for the kind of person you're looking for. And it tells you, like, if you pay this much, we can expect to get this many applications, etc., etc. Let's keep costs low and keep initial upfront costs on the high end. Right, so we also need to dig out a laboratory. I want our lab to be fairly big, or at least we can grow it later. This is evidently in some version of the future where we win against the AI overlords. We have robotic servants. Let's have a lab. Wants to be 16, so yeah, 4x4. Right, research bench. And that's not a research bench, it's a sample study desk. And a place to get samples. Actually, no, stop. Change my mind. Let's do it like that. Overlapping floor space. I like the sound effects. Right, so we need to find signs of life. So we actually need those scientists now. This is flashing. Like, you'll notice there's no like notification that pops up. There is like a... I hesitate to call that a notification window. I mean, your notifications do go there, but they don't come as a pop-up or anything like that will catch your eye. So you have to like keep an eye out for things quite rigorously. Finances. We got 50,000 from the committee. So these are all the candidates we've had. We get all of their stats, body, mind strength, etc., etc. Ones we're interested in, I think, for scientists will be knowledge. Probably logic too. I'm not sure which one logic was used for. I'll just get the guys who... Should I get guys who look good, or should I get the... I say look good as in stats, not this. I'm not going to go for the hunkiest scientists I can find. Let's get the good ones. Let's not worry too much about how much they cost. Right, so now I need to go to the map screen, which is this one here. This is a star map. Of course, it's a star map and it has a map of planets on it, but there we go. And we'll just click on one. Unclaimed sector. So these two, you notice they have 20 energy it costs to unlock. So I'll go for one of those two. No threats detected. So let's just make a mission. We don't have any teams to put on the mission, so first we need to make a team. There we go. It's the edit team button. You wouldn't guess that's the edit team button, but there we go. So, I mean, basically we're just going to add each of these guys on here. That team is selected, and we can send them off through the gate and see what they go find. Hurry it along, guys. I quite like the way they have that nice and lively animation. Okay, we do have a pop-up base energy is low, so I kind of want to fix that. Whilst my guys are away, at least I have the robots who can help. Not sure how much space I needed to put in generators. And as they're on the mission, like, unfortunately you can't control them whilst they're on the mission. But it is a management game, I guess, not an exploration game. So they'll be back before long at all. Hang on, we have an event. XO, it's Jones. We stepped through the gate for the first time back there. After a moment of dizziness, I was suddenly standing on the surface of planet WI-728. We did it! We certainly did, and I can't believe it. There's life here. The place is teeming with plant life, not to mention the moons in the sky. You just changed the world. That's one of the things, is like, depending on what you say, it will affect the people's mentality. So, and they do have like a gauge measuring that somewhere. So you have to be a little careful about what you're saying. I had a line prepared, but this is too much. I've forgotten it. So, for example, let's say something inappropriate. Medic! I'm afraid we don't have a medic on this mission, so we haven't recruited one yet. I was just testing you. Yeah, see, he lost mental health because I don't know if that was because necessarily we made bad choices or just because they're in a stressful situation because they can't remember what to say. Let's try and take this as far as we can go. Maybe it's the atmosphere. If it wasn't breathable, I think I'd be doing more than hyperventilating right now. I'm okay, I think I'm good, but I don't know what to say. Can I get a steer, XO? Be epic. Give me a second to regain my composure. Alright, deep breath. Deep breath. We just flew through a wormhole, landed on the other side of the universe and found alien life. All in a day's work. I think you'll agree. This puts our troubles back home into perspective. Thank you, XO. That was more nerve-wracking than stepping through the gate. Can we get a sample? Okay, so here's an example of like a choice that actually does have impact. So you can see there's a percentage chance. I think that's the percentage chance to succeed. There's a leafy tree hanging over the edge of a cliff. That sounds risky as hell, but I'm gonna go for it. Succeeded! So you get a little read up on how well you've done. So he did a test on BDY, which I think is his body stat. So, I don't know, I think he was lucky to survive that, because the scientists don't tend to have particularly good body stats. I've picked a leaf from the tree. It's now safely in the sample jar. It's rough to the touch, almost like it's covered in fur. Can't say I enjoyed climbing a tree overhanging a cliff, but it was worth it to get the sample, and the view was spectacular. Now we have the sample, we can store it in the lab back at base and study it to learn more. Indeed. It's practically the whole reason you're there. XO, before we sign off, why don't you say a few words? As an ex-scientist, let's go for this one. Science first! To learn as much as we can about the universe. Okay, that concludes the live stream. Any final words? You shouldn't say final words to an away team that's got to travel through a wormhole to get back. It's only been tested once before. Any final words? Please watch out for more missions. Forging humanity's role in the universe, etc., etc. That's a wrap. Come home. And we get a little summary of what happens, so we can see we have a sample here. No idea what the 10 means. Possibly it's worth 10 science points? But as you can see, they've come back and immediately they automatically get to work. Holy cow, you did it. I knew you'd find life out there, but not this quickly. Just wow. Still, you need to keep the money flowing to keep the committee sweet. Did I mention we can sell patents? Develop theories by studying samples from missions, then use those to publish patents. Right, so you know what comes next, I'm guessing. You're gonna build something to write patents with. Of course, it's not big enough. Get to it, minions. Form a second team. So they want me to have a second team, which means I'm gonna have to dig things out even further. Let's do another recruitment campaign. We run out of power. Oh dear. Right, can we write a single paint using multiple theories that will earn more than 3,000 per month? So ideally, to pass this mission, we want to get more samples. Problem is, without power, we won't be able to open up any more gates. Now, looks like we have some scientists available for hire. So I think we need to create a new team. Fireball, the crash and burns. Okay, completely untested, but let's have them grab some space. So you'll notice that the planets have different marks underneath. And so that's got a science mark on it. That's got it says unusual event, but it has XP written there, so you get some additional XP for exploring it. It does require a bit more energy to get there, so I'm just going to take some of the low-hanging fruit. Let's take crash and burn. So we'll get them to get another sample, and then we can think about doing some analysis on it. Is there anything else I want to be doing in the meantime? Can I get a research lab? I don't suppose it will fit anywhere, will it? Well, it will. Okay, it can go here. Okay, what do I want to research there? I don't think I can research anything really, can I? I only have 30 science. Get the feeling we need more staff soon too. I wish you could put it adjacent to the other guy's bed. Still, I'm sure my employees appreciate having some space between each other. Oh, they came back. There were no events on that mission. They all got a sample though, that's pretty good. Yes, you've got your thumbs out. It's very cheesy of you.